Good morning, students. So once again I am back to teach you English 2 of class 6 Skylar, and the same chapter which I was teaching in the last day, that was chapter number 6, traveling with grandfather's zoo. So let me relate some previous information and knowledge of the story. I was teaching this story, and as you can recall that the narrator's family, along with the other animals, their pet animals especially, narrator's grandfather, narrator's grandmother, they were all traveling from Dehradun to Lucknow. So on their journey they faced many kinds of experience, and those experiences emerged out of the activities of their pet animals. Now, all as the train started, the animals were in nice attitude and was having patience, but suddenly, one after the another, we found that different kinds of activities took place inside the train, and those happened only for the activities done by the animals. The narrator was absolutely unaware of the fact that they had left the python, their pet python, one reptile, in the house, back in the house. But anyhow, accidentally, it came and took place inside the tiffin basket and just swallowed, just gobbled up all the food items which were prepared by grandmother, that they were about to take at night during dinner time, and just replacing those food items, by eating those food items, the python took place inside the basket, and as a result, when the train started its journey, after few hours, the narrator realized, when he was about to open the basket, at that time he opened it and just saw that the python curled up inside the basket. And he informed his grandfather, and grandfather also advised the narrator to suppress the news to the grandmother, because grandmother was not at all fond of bringing. She was not at all determined to bring the python inside the train along the journey. So it was the advice of grandfather to the narrator that not to say anything about the python to grandmother, and they were about to take a sleep at night. They were about to sleep. And other animals, like one squirrel was there called Chips. Chips was bringing the peanuts from other compartments. It was in a great search. It was searching about the peanuts wherever it was found inside the train, and he was managing all those peanuts for our narrator. And Timothy was also there, a tiger, who was very decent in behavior. There was no complaint about Timothy, although it was a tiger. Still, no one complained about its activities or its attitude. No one. It was absolutely silent. It was taking its own bath and it was sleeping and sitting. Then no complaint, no issues about the tiger. And these were the various things, and one parrot was there. You see once? Yes. One parrot was there, and it was also, at first it was making some distinctive activities, like it was pinching the, the ear of the ticket collector, okay, ticket inspector, there is ticket collector, and Popeye, its name was Popeye, and it nipped also 2 fingers of some passengers. So this was a main event that took place. Now, I'm going to start from today's. Let's see what the things happened after that. A little after midnight, so they were resting, they were having place in the train, and the train was moving according to its own direction. A little after midnight, there was a great clamor at the end of the corridor. Grandfather and I woke up. Timothy growled in his sleep, and Popeye made complaining noises. So all were busy in sleeping. For that reason, what happened? That at midnight, when the situation was absolutely silent, when the situation was very much calm and quiet, at that time, the narrator heard a great clamor. Clamor means loud and confused noise. So all were shouting as if anything happened inside the train. So what happened? They were absolutely unaware. They didn't know about the things that were going on inside the train, and so they woke up from sleep. And grandfather and I woke up. They both woke up. Grandfather and this our narrator. Timothy growled in sleep. Timothy also growled in sleep, and Popeye made complaining noises. Suddenly there were cries of "Saap, saap," snake, snake. In traditional Hindi we call it saap. For that, in colloquial language it has been written here as saap, saap. English, snake, snake. So the passengers started to shout, snake, snake. It was placed inside the basket, but anyhow the lid of the basket was not covered or not tied in a right way. For that reason it came outside and it was moving somewhere else. All were sleeping, no one came to know what was happening. Grandfather was on his feet in a moment, so grandfather stood up and he was trying to locate that what happened inside the train. He looked under the berth. First glimpse, he tried to look inside under the berth at what was going on. The tiffin basket was empty. The tiffin basket was open. The python's out, he said, and dashed out of our compartment in his pajamas. So he came to know. He discovered the fact that python was not there inside the basket and it went anywhere else, and for that reason confusion was going on, because in a running train snake could not be discovered. So for that reason only possible way that their great python went away. I was close behind about a dozen passengers and were bunched together outside the washroom door. So he went from where the sound was coming, from where the passengers were shouting sharp, sharp, and he found that many people made a crowd outside of the washroom, and his grandfather just presumed, this grandfather, what to say this one, assumed the fact that something is going on inside the washroom. Anything wrong? Asked grandfather casually. So grandfather asked, anything wrong happened? We can't get into the toilet, said someone. Someone replied to the grandfather that yes, we cannot enter inside the toilet. There is a huge snake inside. So inside there is a huge snake present. Let me take a look. So let me go inside and let me take a look, said grandfather. I know all about snakes. I know all about snakes. Let me please give me a passage. Let me take a safe passage and let me enter inside the washroom, and I can take that snake from inside the washroom, and I can manage it anyhow. Okay. The passengers made way for him, and he entered the washroom to find the python curled up in the wash basin. After its heavy meal, it had become thirsty, and finding the lid of the tiffin basket easy to pry up, had set out in search of water. So the python took good quality food and good quantity food also. So it had taken food without water. So it became very much thirsty. It came outside of the basket and was searching for water. So only possible way to get the water was the washroom or water basin. So it just went inside the basin and tried to take water from that place. As soon as I was inside, grandfather gathered up the sleepy, overfed python and stepped out of the washroom. So grandfather took the control of that python and it came outside. It became very much floppy, it became very much sleepy, overfed python. It had taken food of good quantity, I say. For that reason, it was sleeping there, it was resting there. Passenger has been made way for them. So passenger just gave a passage for them and they just came outside. Nothing to worry about, said grandfather carefully. It's just a harmless young python, so it is not going to make any harm. But you know that the concept of snake is appearing to us in such a way that we are horrified. We are horrified enough. Whatever the snake might be, that it is chasing you, it is there in your house, it is outside house, you have seen on the road, whatever the impression. But the actual picture which is coming in your psychology is horrifying. The snake means to be afraid. Snake means you have to be afraid. You have to be horrified after seeing it. the snake. So this thing was also going on among the passengers, and as the grandfather was very expert to handle all kinds of reptiles, especially snake, so he assured the passenger that it was a young python, no need of getting worried about that. Okay, now and he marched back to our compartment with the python in his arms. So by taking that python, he came back to the compartment. As soon as I was inside, he bolted the door. Grandmother was sitting up on her butt. So much chaos was going on, so much shouting was going on, so much kind of disturbance was going on. For this purpose, grandmother woke up from her sleep and she was sitting on her berth. I knew you did do something foolish behind my back, she scolded. She could not get the reach about the particular incident, what happened. But she guessed something, that some kind of wrong thing was going on inside the train. And in that case, their family was involved. You told me you got rid of that creature, and all the time you were having been hiding it from me. So at last, grandmother came to the conclusion, and she scolded grandfather and said that I warned you, I just stopped you to bring the python in the train, to bring the paint python with you in our journey. But without informing me, you kept it inside the basket, and it is now in the train compartment as a result. Okay, now the grandfather tried to explain that we had nothing to do with it, that the python had smuggled itself in the tiffin basket, but grandmother was unconvinced. So grandfather gave all the right statement about his own clearance about the clearance of the python and how it came. He narrated all the incident to the grandmother, but grandmother was not at all about to believe the statement of the grandfather. What will Mabel do when she sees it? She cried desperately, hopelessly. So what will happen if Aunt Mabel, we have been to the house of Aunt Mabel, so we cannot throw the pit python on the road. So we have to take it and we have to enter inside her house. So if it happens, then what will be her condition? Because Aunt Mabel was very much afraid and frightened of this python and reptiles, all these kind of things. My Aunt Mabel was a school teacher in Lucknow. She was going to share our new house and she was terrified of all reptiles, particularly snakes. We won't let her see, said grandfather, back it goes in the tiffin basket. So grandfather said that we are not going to discover about the python. So let me preserve this python inside the tiffin box once again. Early next morning, the train steamed into Lucknow. Steam means when the steam, the air was coming. That means black color air from the smoke, I should say, which was coming from the road, from the rail engine. And it was making such an impression, and it just entered inside the Lucknow station. Aunt Mabel was on the platform to receive us. So Aunt Mabel came to welcome all the narrator, her family, his family, along with the passengers who came in the journey. Grandfather let all other passengers get off before he emerged from the compartment with Timothy on a chain. So Timothy was kept under the custody of the chain. That means one chain was tied on its on its neck, and for that reason Timothy was under control with the help of the chain. I had chips in my pocket, suitcase in both hands. Popeye stayed perched on grandmother's shoulder, eyeing the busy platform with considerable distrust. So Popeye stayed perched, grandmother's shoulder, chip was inside the pocket of the narrator, and everybody was very much perplexed, very much bewildered to see about the activities going on the platform. Aunt Mabel, a lover of good food, immediately spotted the tiffin basket, picked it up and said, it's not very heavy. So Aunt Mabel was very much fond to eat different kinds of food, and she guessed that grandmother was bringing some kind of food items for her in the tiffin box. She was absolutely unaware. She didn't know the fact that inside the tiffin box there was a big reptile, there was a big python snake which was kept, which was preserved inside the tiffin box. So no one said about this thing to Aunt Mabel. Everybody suppressed this matter, and she was also unaware, and she took the hold of that basket, thinking that some kind of food stuff was there inside the tiffin basket. Okay, now picked it up and said, it's not very heavy, I will carry it out to the taxi. I hope you have kept something for me. I think that food items were there and you have brought something for me, and I am happy, I am pleased with that. I am about to taste the different kind of food items which are there inside the basket. So she took the control of the basket and she was about to march from the station towards the house. A whole chicken, I say, a whole chicken is there inside the tiffin box. The narrator just made a fun of that and tried to say that inside the tiffin box, there was inside the tiffin basket there was a, what to say that one? Say there was a chicken. The whole chicken preparation was there inside the tiffin basket. We hardly ate anything, said grandfather. We have not taken anything, food items. It is all there. Just you come and see, you are about to get all the things. It's all yours, auntie, I added. Oh good, exclaimed Aunt Marble. So Aunt Marble was very much satisfied. She was very happy, thinking that one chicken preparation was there inside the basket. It's been ages since I tasted something cooked by your grandmother. So some ages passed away that I have not taken any kind of food items which has been prepared by grandmother. So now it's a great opportunity for me that some kind of food was there inside the where? Inside the tiffin basket. And after that there was no getting the basket away from her. Glancing at it, I thought I saw the lid bulging, but grandfather had tied it quite firmly this time, and there was little likelihood of it suddenly bursting open. So the narrator was still in a dilemma that if the snake comes out from the tiffin basket once again, so what will be the picture, what will be the condition of the whole family? Because Aunt Marble was very much afraid of snake, and after opening the basket, if she found that snake is there inside the tiffin basket, so any wrong turn might take place. For that reason, she just absolutely suppressed the narrator absolutely suppressed the matter and was in a dilemma that if anyhow the lid of the basket opens accidentally, then what will be the condition? But grandfather assured the narrator that no need of getting worried, because this time the lid of the basket was tied in a very nice way, in a very tight way. So no need of getting worried about the things happening. Okay. So today after this, in my next class, I shall go with the rest of the portion of this chapter. I think last portion is left. I will teach you that one, and then we shall be moving to the exercise question answers part. But before going to exercise question answer part, in the next class, I shall discuss the meanings which are there in the page number 53. Some meanings words to know, some meanings are there. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12 meanings are there. So I will discuss, I will tell you the meanings of those words, because those are very essential for your exam part. And after completion or discussion the text and also this meaning, I should go for the exercise question and answers. So till then, stay safe, stay healthy at home, and not come out if you are having any urgent issues. Try to stay inside your house. Okay? Thank you.